Yeah, so I can start by taking that one. So my name's Erin Barbie, and I am the co-chair of Leading on Opportunity Council. And the conversation around the 2040 plan was really rooted and grounded for us in a vision of equity that we put forward through the task force report. And so what it means for us is that we're moving towards families in Charlotte thriving and neighborhoods being strong and people having equitable access to resources. And the spirit of that plan really is based in that vision.
I am Sherry Chisholm, the Executive Director on Leading on Opportunity. From a Leading on Opportunity perspective, our approach, as Erin mentioned, is to approach all our work through an equity lens. And we believe that the 2040 plan does that. The research that has been conducted until this point has been evidence-based and provides nuances that targets each community to give them what they need most. And so we just want to be sure to articulate that while the 2040 plan is a community-wide, we do believe it takes an approach to meet folks where they are as things continue to develop. Sure. From a Leading on Opportunity perspective, we've been watching the 2040 plan for a while, and it became clear to us around spring of this year that the 2040 plan is closely aligned to many of the recommendations we laid out in the task force report. So it was a natural place of connection and endorsement for us to continue the work and to show our support as the City Council begins to, or continues to think through the adoption of the plan and very specifically the implementation of the plan. So we've expressed support thus far and intend to be involved as things continue to emerge.
And I'll add to that from a Leading on Opportunity perspective as co-chairs along with Andrea Smith from Bank of America. We have been really focused on how we can have robust conversation with our council members who are across different sectors and say, how do we find common ground on the 2040 plan? Because it's evident that not everybody agrees, right? But this gave us an opportunity to tie all of the things, as Sherry has mentioned, to our task force report and really pull out the areas that were of most important to us and that we want to see come to fruition, and also to be continually involved, as Sherry mentioned. Personally, through my organization, Dream Key Partners, we've been involved with Neighbors for Neighbors for More Neighbors, and really helping to promote the 2040 plan. And I sit on planning commission, so I've been quite inside of it. And I'm happy to see the support that was garnered by all walks of life around this plan.
What comes to mind for me first is not a vision of specifically what the end goal will be, but the process that will take us there. So we recognize this is the first of many steps. And while we're thankful for the approach that's happened thus far, from a Leading on Opportunity perspective, our primary concern is making sure that the community engagement continues. And so through that, we encourage folks to apply to be a part of the community advisory board so that their voices are heard and that the residents who are represented here in Charlotte are a part of creating what that vision should look like and what success would be.
Yeah, I can jump in on this one. I think what we saw from the process of the 2040 plan is that not everyone is going to agree, but we have to really consider that we are looking to change and impact generations, right? We are making plans for generations that are going to be far beyond us. And I would encourage people to gather the facts, talk to one another, and really meet each other in the middle at the table and have meaningful conversations, because it's going to take all of us in support or not in support in order to see this come to fruition.